Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and I haven't done a PSA returns video in a while where I've shown a lot of cards, and that's mainly because I just send stuff right on to be sold. I do post about it anytime I get in a returns on Patreon. However, today this is not one of my PSA returns, but someone else's PSA return, and I bought it from them. Paid quite a bit of money for this return because most of it is Wizards of the Coast. So we've got a long video. There might be a lot of stuff in here you guys want. I'm not really sure. A lot of it's going to be for sale. It'll take a little time to get it up. But just tell me if you see something that you want. Reach out to my email as always. #1PokemonCollector@gmail.com down here in the description. And if you're wondering how to get this kind of stuff, how to get your cards PSA graded, just go to my website, tcagaming.com. You can buy submissions there. You're going to buy 10 submissions. You put in basically the drop-down menus, whatever floats your boat, and whatever fits it a little best on your turnaround times. Faster turnaround times are going to be more expensive. Higher price cards are going to be a little bit more expensive. So if you have cheap cards, you want to go, you don't care how long it takes, you don't want it to be raw reviewed, just select all that stuff and how many cards in the quantity. And then they come back looking like this. You have a Blastoise, it's kind of rough shape, not too near minty, but you send it off to PSA and then it comes back and they're like, hey, it's a 6. And you can identify the card, you got a certification number there, you've got a barcode, and it's completely encased in this nice uniform looking case where basically all of them are the same, they're all the same size, and they can really increase your value. The difference between these two, this is probably a $100 card, this is probably a $400 card. It's just a 6 to a 9. And then looking at it from this angle, you might not be able to see it, but PSA determines, all those little scratches on this one on the right, and probably some edge wear on the back, like that little nick up there, and a few other things, make this a mint card, and this is an excellent to mint card. So that's why this one's worth 3 times as much. We'll put the Blastoise 9 sitting back there in the background. And then there's another 6. Sometimes they do mess up on the grades, but for the most part, PSA is the most consistent company out there. Here we go, we got base set 2, another mint 9. So maybe we'll just put it right there. Put them side by side. Clefairy. That's some more base set 2 stuff. Gyarados. A lot of 9s. So close. Mewtwo. Nidoking. Nidoqueen. Looks like somebody may have opened a box. Ninetales. Base set 2 Holos. They're some of the lowest pop. Like average pop. Anyways, for the low end. For really any WOTC set. That's a dual kind of thing. Low pop could mean low popularity, not just low population. Could be that there are 20 or 30 Scyther out there in Gym at 10 because only 100 of them have been graded. The cards like the Eevee number 11 and the Venusaur number 13 where their pop is under 10 and they've had 500 of them graded, that's the ones where the pricing goes super high. Like this Wigglytuff, I believe there's only 7 or 8 in the pop. Maybe some have come recently into finding a 10, but that's what it was the last time that I bought one. I paid $700 or $900 or something like that, and I paid a record price for the thing. But there was under 10 of these things out there, and it was the last one that I needed. Check it out, this isn't WOTC. We got an old Blissey. Here we go, we got a Machamp, this is Japanese. Oh, we got 2 full boxes to go through, so I might have to speed it up a little more. Like 3 minutes in, we're halfway into the first row. Alright, Japanese stuff, I won't linger too much. We got Meganium, got the Typhlosion, this is the promo, we got the Feraligatr, also the promo. And what I mean by promo is it doesn't have a rarity symbol right there, so it comes from the file folder. On the Japanese side versus the English side had 2 Typhlosions, 2 Meganium, 2 Feraligatrs within the set. On the Japanese side, they had 1 of each, but then there was a file folder that had a Meganium, Typhlosion, and Feraligatr. Same thing with the starter evolutions. We got Japanese Venomoth, got a Lapras, nice swirl right there. Light Azumarill, whatever you want to say. I'm going to have to check my Chrome set on the PSA set registry because some of these may be upgrading the 9s or 8s or whatever I have. Just got Gloom, Clefairy, Ekans, Spearow, a Metapod, and then I don't really collect the set though. On Pikachu's Vacation, I thought it was Orange Islands there for a second. Got some more WOTC coming on. We got Dark Ampharos, Bellossom from Neo Genesis. Poliwrath from Neo Discovery. It is not the bleed error. Misdreavus. Now this is a hollow bleed, and the way you can tell is you look at Misdreavus's eyes. See how they're holographic? I don't know if you can catch it. You can see it kind of right there. Sorry that glare just goes straight across, but that's about the easiest way to see it. And Jim at Pokemon, he's really the one who explained all of the hollow bleeds to me for Neo Revelation. Look at that. There's a gray stamp, first edition Machoke. What I mean by gray stamp is if you look at this first edition stamp, it's really light in comparison to a normal first edition stamp, which maybe this is a rock as well. You can kind of tell this one's darker. And if you are familiar with this kind of stuff, it is much more prominent in person. It's not something that picks up well on camera. Got a 9 for the Raticate, 9 for the Diglett, 9 for the Drowsy, and 9 for the Ghastly. Got 9 for the Nidoran. We saw the Onix, it was a 10. 9 on the Staryu, 9 on the Bill, 9 on Water Energy, then 10 on the Grass Energy. Water Energy has a tendency to be a little bit tougher, yet a little tougher to pull too. Imagine if we had a first edition sheet, there'd be a few less of the Water Energy. Alright, now we're working into Shadowless. Almost all of you know what Shadowless is. Shadowless are, or you've probably heard me explain it if you've watched a lot of my videos. But from what I'm finding, the majority of the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribers, and I totally get that. I don't subscribe to half the people that I watch. But so if you're tuning in and you have no idea what Shadowless is, and I'm just sitting here talking your ears off, right here, this is what it's talking about. There's a shadow on this border that was added after the very initial print run. You can see it. See that darkness? It doesn't have it here. And then you can always tell at the bottom, because right here it says 1998, then Nintendo. But on these it says 1998, 99, and of course it doubles it up with 99 again, and then there's no space. So they were probably rocking the Windows 98 when they were printing this. You got to give them a little slack. It wasn't like they have the printing capabilities that they do nowadays. Got Alakazam base set, got Chansey, an 8, 9 on the Clefairy, 8 on the Gyarados. Nothing too crazy special going on here. Got 8 on the Nidoking, 9 on the Zapdos, 9 on another Zapdos, 8 on that one. Now we have some first edition stuff. Aerodactyl. Another Aerodactyl. And these aren't the pre-release, so they are a little bit tougher to find. Can you tell I'm not used to talking? Then here's an Unlimited, does not have that first edition stamp. Then we have a first edition Ditto, Mint 9. Maybe if we run across some legendary birds in here, set those in the background. Although, we're going to fill it up. There's some really good stuff near the end of the video. There's another Ditto, Mint 9, Unlimited Mint 9, first edition Dragonite. That's what I'm talking about. In fact, we got 3 Dragonites here. 2 of them are first edition and 1 is Unlimited. Man, I love that artwork. Look at that. Dragonites, man. I'm going to cover up some Blastoise and put them in the background. Now we have Gengar. More 9s. Look at that. 9 and 9. And I think I saw this Gengar right here from Legendary Collection. I'm like, man, this is not a 6. It just looks really nice. Trying to flash it with the light, see if we can see any kind of crease or something. Backside, I mean, I think that this one may have been a misgrade, unless they were saying that there was a warp or something in the card. Alright, another Gengar. This is Unlimited Mint 9. Got Haunter 9, another Haunter 9. Both of those first edition. This one's an 8, also first edition. Got an 8 Unlimited, another 8 Unlimited. Neither one of those are the smear promo or the smear errors. Alright, we have some Hitmonlees. Got 8. There's a 9 Unlimited, an 8 Legendary Collection. We got 9 Hypno. Both of these first edition, Unlimited. Man, lots of 9s and 8s. Just missing those 10s. 8 on that first edition Blue Tops. And I have all of the Fossil first edition cards in 10s, so all of these 9s, they should be for sale. Should see them on my eBay in a little while. Just gotta find time to list the stuff. We've got Moltres, beautiful card, an 8, a 6 on the Unlimited, Got some 9s. Usually those are pretty simple. There's another 6 on the Legendary Collection cards. For some reason those were dinged a little bit more. I'm wondering if there's like a binder ring bend in there that I was just missing. Got 8 on that Raichu, 9 on the Unlimited, 9 on the First Ed Zapdos, that's nice. Got the Unlimited Articuno Mint 9. Man, look how dark that one is. It's like really pronounced, almost like it has double foil as well. So we got an 8 on that one. There we go, first edition Flareon, 7. Getting into some jungle stuff now. We have a 9 Unlimited and then an 8 Legendary Collection. Let me put this box off to the side. Oh, so we're about halfway through. We got one more big box to go. At the end of this one, I'm going to examine a few cards and let you guys see them a little bit closer because I think some of the conditions on them, I don't know, they're a little questionable. Like those, I think those were graded way low, but I think some of these may have been graded a little high. Alright, so this is the Eevee I was talking about earlier that's really tough to get in a PSA 10. I just bought one myself in a PSA 10 for $5 grand. $5,000, and this 9 might be worth $50. So it's a huge gap because there's been like 1,000 of these things graded, maybe 8 of them have gotten a PSA 10. They're really tough, and you can see I get a 9 right there. You think it's close, but I probably graded 100 PSA 9s. Now this pre-release Aerodactyl, it's actually less expensive than the first edition from the pack. However, in a 10, it's pretty rough to get. It's like over $1 grand. This is the gold version, and it also has like the galaxy foil right there. You can kind of see it. Maybe I have some of the brown ones I can compare. Venusaur, another super tough one to get. I think I paid roughly in trade and money $10K for the 10 that I got off of somebody. Took a lot of flack over that, but then I think people realized it was a good investment on how hard it is to get. There's only like 6 of those. There's another one of those Eevees, got an 8. Got an 8 on that Aerodactyl, 9 on this Eevee. Got another 9 on an Eevee. There we go, Legendary Collection Jolteon, a 9. Kangaskhan First Edition Near Mint, 8. Still need a 10 on that Kangaskhan if somebody has one they want to trade or sell. Good old Mr. Mime, got an 8. Nidoqueen, 8. Here's a first edition Pidgeot. Pinsers, these are not the scratch errors, but they are first edition, very nice. Got Snorlax Mint 9. Getting tough to find in this really nice minty shape. Got a 7 on that Vaporeon. I still need a 10 on the first edition and Unlimited Vaporeon. Got a 9 on that Venomoth, 8 on this one, 9 on that one. Look at that. 4 first edition Venomoths, 3 to 4 PSA 9. It's pretty good grading. And I know a lot of you are thinking, man, you haven't gotten any 10s. Aren't you mad about that? Like, yeah, a little bit, but you know, for me, I didn't submit it. I bought it. You know, if I was the guy who sent all these in and all of these come back so close, you know, 9 out of 10, yeah, I might be a little ticked, but you know, I bought these, so I bought them at the grade that they were. So for me, it really doesn't matter that much. We have a Dark Charizard, got an 8 on that one. This is the non-holo, got a 9. Holographic Dark Weezing, Mint 9. Dark Magneton, super tough to get in a 10. I think it's like pop 1 in Unlimited. It's like crazy. Alright, Dark Slowbro, got the 8 on Dark Vileplume, then a 9, and then a 10. Look at that, we got us a 10. Let's stick it in the background. Here comes Team Rocket. And then here's like a super easy 10. Here comes Team Rocket. Then we have Rocket Sneak Attack. Tough one right there with the Rainbow Energy. Giovanni's Gyarados, a 9. 9 on the Rocket's Mewtwo. That one's really dark. And then we have a 9 on the Brock's Rhydon. Here we go. Erica's Dragonair, 9. Erica's Vileplume, 9. Furo, I think I need that one in first edition. Pretty tough to get in a 10. Got the Magneton, another Seadra, lots of 9s. And I'm glad to see 2 10s. Dark Vileplume is really the only, I mean, that one's almost a given just because there's no holo in it, pretty much. Got Misty's Tentacruel, Rocket's Moltres, another Rocket's Moltres, Sabrina's Gengar. Super nice. This is the censored artwork from, on the Japanese side, there's a cemetery right here, which you don't have it on the English side. Surge, Mint 9, and I don't show it, but there was actually a Surge 10 and a Brock 10. Pretty low pop, and I was glad to add those to my personal collection. Got Misty, Mint 9. Rocket Strap. Oh, we got some legendary collection stuff. Got an Eevee. I think I just sold one of these for 185 or something like that. Well, that card's not going to be in the right spot. For those of you who are on Patreon and you are watching this, If you see something you're interested in, you can email me, or you can just post it in the comments below the video. And guys, please go back and check out the Q&A video. I think when I looked at it, I had one person post a question this time. Of course, he did post 3 questions, which is nice, but if you are a patron, you get up to 3 questions, and I'll answer them publicly and in order, as much as I can, once we get to that video. We've got Scoop Up, Machop, Machoke, Machamp. That's pretty cool. One of 2 artworks, or I guess 3 technically, that was the unlimited Machamp with this artwork. You had the Legendary Collection Holographic, and then the Reverse Holo, and then you also had the Trainer Deck A. The rest of them were first ed. Here we go, Electro. This is the one that's not in order, so that's probably not in the right spot. But there's the other Machamp. You can see it right there. It's still Legendary Collection. You have Ninetales. Put Electro here. Scyther. Hypno. Got a Kingdra. Haunter. Houndoom. Really cool artwork. This Reverse Holo Quaplus. Got a shiny Charmeleon. There we go. Got some 10s, but it's about expected on Hidden Fate stuff. And look at that. Shiny Charizard GX. SB49. I've sold a ton of these things. A ton, probably more like 2 dozen or so, but still a very valuable card. Mega Charizard Ex. I have sold quite a few of those as well. This is the Evolutions number 13. Here's the Brock and the Surge. I replaced the 2 10s that I had, so I stuck the 2 9s in here. Brock is like super low pop. This is the secret rare from Flashfire. You can tell because of the number and because it's gold right here as well as gold around the border. The one from within the set itself is not gold. It's just like kind of like a grayish silver. Same way with the shiny Mega Charizard EX. Here we go. We got Charizard EX from Generations. Then we have the original Charizard EX from Fire Red Leaf Green. This card was over $100 about the same time the first edition Charizard was over $100. And it's definitely been outpaced, but still a super cool card and holds a lot of good value. So much so it's going right there in the background. I just love that artwork. Then we have the Crystal Charizard, Delta Species. It's not the crystal one from Skyridge, but it's kind of like that. It's got the Delta Species Charizard. I always thought of it as like a crystal kind of deal because it was lightning, and then it had the multiple different types of energy for an attack. But it's also from Crystal Guardians, and this card is really shopped in price for a 10, but just to even find the card now, it's people love to have it in their collection. Then we have a first edition Blaine Charizard, one of only 5 first edition Charizards in the English language. This is the next to last one. Shining Charizard was the last one. Very good, excellent for, what can I say, it's just, you know, you're buying it for its artwork and its rarity at that point, not the condition. Then we have Power Keepers. We have the Reverse Holographic Charizard. I still need this one in a 10. If you have it, let me know. I'd love to buy it. Here we go. Probably the most expensive card on the order. We have a first edition base set Blastoise, and it's a mint 9. And I tell you, I was told that this card was like super mint, deserved a 10, but I'm going to say that it probably deserved an 8. You're looking at it, you know, the backside looks pretty good until you get down to, bam, that corner. Wow, you know, it's like really obvious. You know, there's no way he was. I think he was telling me that it was like super mint, you know, perfect condition. But no, with that corner, that is not going to get a 10. Next up, we have a base set Charizard 8. It's got some light scratches in the hollow. You can kind of see it, pretty streaky, and a few nicks on the backside. But overall, I think that's about right. And then the last 2 cards, but definitely not least, we have 2 base set Charizards, mint 9. And I told a friend I was going to go into these a little bit better, so he could kind of see them and compare, because I don't think that these are up to snuff quite with the 9s that he had. He pulled from a box. But overall, I mean, they're pretty good. Like that corner right there has a little bit of whitening. A little bit of whitening on that one. You can see this side. So I don't think that this one should have got a 9. And then this one right here, I think this one's a little bit better. That corner's not too bad. That corner's not too bad. But it does have a few white dots. So for me, I think this one should have been a 7 or an 8, and then that one's a 9. But you know what? I buy stuff from people all the time, and I feel like my stuff is graded pretty harshly comparatively. So maybe it's just something that PSA has against me, and that's why I tend to grade other people's cards more harshly when I open it up on camera. But you know what? I'd rather be consistent and be a little bit more accurate. But I hope you guys enjoyed this PSA return. If you, like I said, if you want to have your cards PSA graded and encased and see their value increase, just go to my website down below, tcagaming.com, fill out a submission form, send payment, and then ship it to me. That's it. And then I'll reach out to you when it's done, and we'll set up those return details. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I should have more coming out soon, hopefully sooner rather than later.